Om Shanti. Morning Murli, 20th February. अव्यक्त महावाक्य of अव्यक्त बाप दादा मधुबन revised course 14th January 1990. Murli, two main reasons for a lack of intensity in your efforts. Two main reasons for a lack of intensity in your efforts. Today, Bap Dada, the first and eternal creator of the Brahmans, is seeing the Brahman children who are his direct elevated close creation. Bap Dada is seeing Brahman children who are his direct elevated close creation. You are Brahman souls who are Bap Dada's loveliest creation. And you are moving forward by constantly keeping in your awareness the aim of being close and becoming equal. So today, Bap Dada was specially seeing this first creation. He was seeing the speed and method of both, the fast effort makers and the effort makers. He saw both types of Brahman children, the one who have a fast speed by using the elevated easy method given by Bap Dada, and those who are sometimes fast and sometimes not so fast. Everyone is receiving the same study, sustenance and attainment from the one. So why is there a difference in the speed? Baba is asking, everyone is receiving the same study, sustenance and attainment from the one. And so why there is a difference in the speed? Fast effort makers means those who are in the first division, and the effort makers means to pass for the second division. Today, everyone's chart was specially checked. There are many reasons, but there are two main reasons. Everyone wants to go into the first division. No one wants to go into the second division. However, there is difference between the aim and in their qualification. Which are the two main reasons? There is a difference between the aim and in their qualification, which are two main reasons. Firstly, the power of thought, the most elevated power, is not constantly used accurately for the self or for service at the appropriate time for the task. The second main reason is a lack of using the power of speech, words, accurately and powerfully. The second reason is a lack of using the power of speech accurately and powerfully. The reason for these weakness is that instead of you putting them into use, you become loose. There is very little difference in the words. There is, however, a great difference in the result. There is a very little difference in the words. There is, however, a great difference in result. Bap Dada only saw the result of 3 or 4 days. He did not see the total result. So what did he see in the result of everyone for the 3 or 4 days? 50%. That is half and half. The account of accumulation of both the powers of thought and speech for about 50% of souls was 40% accumulation and 60% waste and ordinaries. So just think how much was accumulated. Which was greater? Speech has an effect on the mind too. The mind pulls speech to itself. Means the mind pulls speech words to itself. Today, Bap Dada is drawing your attention specially to speech. Bap Dada is drawing your attention specially to speech, that is to your words, because words have a connection with oneself and also with others. What else did Baba see? What else did Baba see? What else did Baba see? Your mind has to stay in remembrance. Every now and then, you do have programs for this. However, there is a lot of carelessness in words. This is why Bab Dada is especially making you underline this. 2 years ago, Bab Dada specially told the Maharathi souls who are moving forward in their efforts and service and everyone else 3 things about speech. 3 things about speech. Speak less, speak softly, and speak sweetly. Speak less, speak softly, and speak sweetly. The sign of those who speak of wasteful things is that they speak a lot. They would control themselves by compulsion according to the time and according to gathering. But inside they would feel as though someone has forced them to stay quiet. What is the greatest damage caused by wasteful words? What is the greatest damage caused by wasteful words? Firstly, physical energy runs out because you spend it. And secondly, time is wasted. What habit would those who speak of wasteful things have? What habit would those who speak of wasteful things have? They would make a small thing into a very big thing, and their way of speaking would be as though they are telling a story. People relate the Ramayana or the Mahabharata with interest. They will speak with a lot of interest themselves and they will create interest in others. But what is the result? What is the result of the Ramayana or Mahabharata? Rama went into exile. A battle took place between Kauravas and Pandavas. They show this in the form of a story. There is no essence in it. But the music of it is very entertaining. This is called a story. Because of the influence of Maya, those who speak of wasteful things are weak souls. They are very quickly made into companions by others for listening and speaking to. Such souls cannot become those who love solitude. This is why they are very clever at making companions. They are very clever at making companions. Externally, it appears as though their gathering is very powerful and big. But always remember one thing, these are the last steps of Maya's departure. These are the last steps of Maya departure. This is why even as she is living, she continues to shoot her arrows. This is why sometimes and somewhere the influence of Maya does its work. She is not going to away that easily. Even until the last moment, if not in a direct form, then indirectly, and if not in a bitter way, she will adopt a very sweet new form and keep on trying with Brahmins. What do innocent Brahmins then say? What do innocent Brahmins then say? Bab Dada never said that Maya would come in this form too. Because of carelessness, they don't even check themselves and they think that Bab Dada has said that Maya would come. So they remember half the word that Maya will come, but they forget that they have to become conquerors of Maya. They have to become conquerors of Maya. Another thing is that Baba saw different forms of wasteful and ordinary words. One is that you indulge in jokes and laughter beyond the limit. Secondly, taunting to taunt someone. Secondly, taunting to taunt someone. Thirdly, to gather news from here and there. Listen to it and speak of it. Fourthly, along with speaking of service news, you also speak of the weakness of the serviceable ones. That is mixed chutney. That is mixed chutney. Fifthly, words that are not yukti yukt, words that are not in Brahman dictionary. Baba saw these 5 things. Bab Dada counts all these 5 as wasteful words. Don't think that laughing and joking around is a good thing. Laughter and joking in which there is spirituality is good. Whoever you laughed and joked around with, did those souls benefit and did those souls' time pass in a good way, or was their time wasted? Check it. The virtue of being entertaining is good, but it is only good when it is appropriate to the person, the time, the gathering, the place of the atmosphere. If even one thing is not right in any of these things, then that entertainment is counted in the line of wasteful. The certificate you receive would be one that you make everyone laugh a lot, but you speak too much. So that is mixed chutney, is it not? So stay within the limits of time. This is what is known as Maryada Purushottam. This is what is known as Maryada Purushottam, following the highest code of conduct. If you say that your nature is like that, so what kind of nature is it? Is it like that of Bap Dada? So that is not called Maryada Purushottam either. That is called being an ordinary being. So let your words always be such that those who hear them would want to hear more. You should say something and like chatrak birds, they should hear it. You should say something and like chatrak birds, they should hear it. Such words are called the invaluable elevated versions. Elevated versions are never many. If you continue to speak whenever you want, those are not called the elevated versions. Therefore, children of the Satguru are Master Satguru. And so your words are not just words but elevated versions. The intellect of someone who speaks of wasteful things would definitely gather all the rubbish of wasteful things and wasteful news from everywhere, because he would have to tell them in the form of an entertaining story. For instance, look at the intellects of those who write the scripture. Look at the intellects of those who write the scriptures. This is why you must speak words that are necessary and yukti yukt, according to the time and place, those that bring benefit to yourself and other souls. You pay less attention to words, and this is why Bab Dada is doubly underlining this. You pay less attention to words, and this is why Bab Dada is doubly underlining this. This year, pay special attention to your words. This year, pay special attention to your words. Check how much energy and time you have accumulated and how much you have wasted in words. When you check this, you will automatically experience the sweetness of the introversion. There is a difference of day and night between the sweetness of introversion and that of words and activities. An introverted soul will experience himself to be an embodiment of tapasya, sitting in the cottage of the forehead. An introvert soul will experience himself to be an embodiment of tapasya, sitting in the cottage of the forehead. Do you understand? Do you understand? Acha. To understand means to become. When someone understands something, he definitely puts it into the practice and also understands it. Therefore, you teachers are sensible anyway. This is why you have received this fortune. At present, you sometimes experience the fortune of being an instrument as ordinary, but you will experience this fortune to be very elevated according to the time. The awareness of who made you an instrument and who selected you as a worthy soul will automatically make you elevated. If you remain aware of the one who is making you that, you will very easily become a constant yogi. Constantly sing songs in your heart of the praise of the Father. You will easily become a constant yogi. Constantly sing songs in your heart of praise of the Father who made you become like that, and you will become constant yogis. This is not a small thing. Out of the selected few of the multi-million souls of the entire world, how many of you have become instrument teachers? How many teachers are there in the Brahman family? How many teachers are there in the Brahman family? So you are the selected ones out of the few. To be a teacher means constantly to sing songs of God and your fortune. To be a teacher means constantly to sing songs of God and your fortune means Bhagwan and Bhagye. Bap Dada is proud of you teachers, but he is the proud of the teachers who are Rajyukt. Rajyukt means those who are aware of the significance of everything. Acha. Those of you in a household also stay in pleasure. Do you not? Are you those who get confused or the one who stay in pleasure? In Brahman life, there is pleasure of the mind, body, wealth, and people at every second. In Brahman life, there is pleasure of the mind, body, wealth, and people at every second. You sleep comfortably, you eat comfortably, you live, eat, sleep, and study comfortably. What else do you need? What else do you need? Do you like studying or do you sleep at Amrit Vela? Baba is asking, do you like studying or do you sleep at Amrit Vela? Some children say, we were awake all night and so we'll fall asleep in the morning. Or if they are doing a particular type of service, they forget about Amrit Vela. So what was accumulated at that time? Nothing extra was accumulated. On the one hand, you did service and on the other, you missed Amrit Vela. So then what happened? However, you must not sit simply as a discipline and become drowsy. You must not sit simply as a discipline and become drowsy. That television is very good. Baba, television is very good. Those yogis sit in different yoga posture. They would sit like this, that or the other. This happens here too. You think that because this is easy yoga, you can allow yourself to sit comfortably. Bab Dada also listen to the tunes of some. Bab Dada also listen to the tunes of some. Bab Dada has that cassette too. So Baba would now doubly underline this. Would he not? Then Bap Dada will tell you what the difference is in the results. But the difference is in the results. Acha. To all the intense effort making souls everywhere who have an elevated aim and who imbibe its qualification, to the elevated souls who follow the most elevated code of conduct and constantly speak words according to the time and discipline, to the knowledgeful souls who are constantly Mahavirs and know all forms of Maya, to the carefree emperors who stay in pleasure at every second, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. And we spiritual children says namaste, good morning to our sweetest Bap Dada. Now, Avyakt Bap Dada meeting groups. Do you know very well the power of silence? Baba is asking, do you know very well the power of silence? The power of silence can take you to your sweet home, the land of peace, in a second. Scientists are trying to invent even faster instrument. However, your instrument are so fast that as soon as you think of going, you reach there. Does science have such instrument that you can go somewhere so far away without spending anything? They spend so much on inventing each and every invention. They spend so much on inventing each and every invention. They use so much time and energy. However, what did you do? You received everything without incurring any expense. This power of thought is the fastest of all. You have received the instrument of pure thoughts and a divine intellect. Baba is saying, you have received the instrument of pure thoughts and a divine intellect. You go there with a pure mind and a divine intellect. You can return whenever you want. You can go there whenever you want. Scientists have to consider the weather. You don't even have to consider this. For example, that today it is cloudy, so you would not be able to travel. Nowadays, let alone clouds, if it is even a little foggy, aeroplanes cannot take off. Is your plane ever ready? Is your plane ever ready, or is it sometimes a little foggy? Is it ever ready? Do you have such an intense speed that you can take off in a second? Maya does not sometimes create obstruction. Does she? No one can stop a master almighty authority. Who can stop you when you have all powers? If you lack a particular power, it is possible for you to be deceived at a time of need. For instance, you have the power of tolerance. You have the power to tolerate, but if you are weak in power to decide, then when any such situation arises in which you have to make a decision, you would experience loss at that time. You only have one moment to decide, yes or no. But its consequences are so great. So check that you have all the powers. Check it. Don't think it is fine. I am moving along and having yoga anyway. However, do you have all the attainments that you should have by having yoga? Or have you become happy with just a little? Now that the Father belongs to you. The Father belongs to you, but does the property also belong to you? Or is it okay that you have just found the Father? You want to become a master of the inheritance, do you not? You want to become a master of the inheritance, do you not? The Father's property is all the powers. This is why the Father praises the Almighty Authority, the one with all powers. Have you accumulated a stock of all powers? Or do you have just enough? You earned and you spent, that's all. Or do you have just enough? You earned and you spent, that's all. Bap Dada has told you that as you make progress, all will come as beggars to you, Master Almighty authorities. Not begging for money or food, but begging for powers. So you would only be able to give when you have accumulated a stock. Would you not? Only those who have more than they need for themselves are able to donate. Only those who have more than they need for themselves are able to donate. If you only have sufficient for yourself, what would you donate? Therefore, accumulate that much. What else is there to do at the confluence age? What else is there to do at the confluence age? You have been given the task of accumulating. There is not any other age throughout the whole cycle for you to accumulate. At that time, you will be spending. You would not be able to accumulate. So, if you don't accumulate at that time, that you have to accumulate. If you don't accumulate at the time that you have to accumulate, in the end, what would have to be said? If not now, then never. And the board of too late will be put up. Now the board of late is up, but not of too late. Have all of you mothers accumulated this much? Baba is asking from mothers. All of you mothers accumulated this much. Are you Shiv Shaktis or mothers at home? When you say Shiv Shakti, you remember the powers. You are the mothers whom the Father has made into Shiv Shaktis. If someone comes and see your faces, what would he or she say? Can there be such Shaktis? However, the Father has recognized that you are the powerful souls. The Father sees the soul. He does not see whether someone is old, young, or child. The soul is not old or young. So it is a matter of happiness that Baba has made you into Shiv Shaktis. There are so many educated women in the world, but the Father loves those from the heart. But the Father loves an honest heart. There are very many educated women in the world, but the Father loves those from the villages. Why does He love them? Because the Father loves an honest heart. Those who are innocent don't know how to lie or deceive anyone. Those who are clever and sly have those traits. Those whose hearts are innocent, that is, those who are beyond the cleverness of the worldly Maya, are deeply loved by the Father. The Father sees honest hearts. He does not look at your study, your faces, your village, or your money. Honest hearts are needed, and this is why Father's name is Dilwala, the conqueror of hearts. Father's name is Dilwala, the conqueror of hearts. Acha. Today's blessing, feel Baba's hand on your head and take a blessing. May you be master knowledgeful and fix your fortune for the first division by having determined faith. May you be master knowledgeful and fix your fortune for the first division by having determined faith. Determined faith fixes your fortune. Determined faith fixes your fortune just as Father Brahma is fixed as the first number. In the same way, have the determined faith that you will definitely come in the first division. Every child has this golden chance in the drama. Every child has this golden chance in the drama. Simply pay attention to this practice and you can claim a number ahead. For this, be master knowledgeful in every act you perform. Increase your experience of his company and everything will become easy. Increase your experience of his company and everything will become easy. Maya is a paper tiger in front of those who have the company of the Almighty Authority Father. Maya is a paper tiger in front of those who have the company of the Almighty Authority Father. Slogan: consider yourself to be a hero actor and continue to play your hero part in the unlimited drama. Consider yourself to be a hero actor and continue to play your hero part in the unlimited drama. Om Shanti. Thank you, Bap Dada.